So, ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon is that to control your future and be your own money manager. Yan. So, paano nga ba makokontrol natin yung future natin? Kung may pagka-OC kayo katulad ko, syempre you want to plan everything ahead and you want your plans to make it happen, di ba? So, to make your dreams and your plans to come true, syempre, sa ginagalawan natin ngayon, we have a needs of money. So with that thing, paano ba natin mapapalago ang money natin so that we can achieve our dreams in the future, di ba? So yun yung pag-uusapan natin, how to handle our finances. So una muna, I want to introduce to you the company that we are working with. It's called International Marketing Group or IMG. You can find its building here, its office here at Chino Rosas Avenue sa Makati. Yan. So ano nga ba si IMG? IMG established in 2002. It is one of the biggest and fastest growing financial services companies in the Philippines today. It assists people who want to help themselves achieve financial security through financial education and building a solid financial foundation. It has established partnerships with the biggest companies in the financial industries. So ano ba yung mga companies na yun? You will see and learn more about those companies later on in this presentation as well. So a lot of people have been asking us, ano nga ba si IMG? Kasi may mga notions of people thinking that IMG is like networking or multi-level marketing. IMG is not, because IMG is a community of savers and investors. It is a group of financial educators, a group of financial advocates, and it is also a school for continued financial education. So ang ginagawa namin sa IMG is to give financial education, and after this session, marami pa kami mga other sessions that give you an in-depth information also on how to handle your finances. Pero syempre, with things that we want to learn, we start first sa pinaka madaling details muna. Yan. So, ano nga ba mission namin sa IMG? Our mission in IMG is to help every family achieve financial freedom. Favorite tagline nga namin yung No Family Left Behind. So, pag may nakita kang post, at clinic mo yung post na yon, binasa mo yung caption doon, merong hashtag, No Family Left Behind. Yan. Kasi here in IMG and all of us working with IMG, we want to share our knowledge about financial education so that there's no family left behind. Kasi we want every family to achieve financial freedom. So when you hear the words financial freedom, ano ba yung mga bagay na narinig din? What are the things that comes to your mind? So, sa akin kasi, when I heard about this mission, unang-una po sa akin, lalo na sa the words financial freedom, you won't think your tomorrow pagka gumastos ka today. Yun, because you have financial stability. Meron kang pera na mahuhugutan kasi dire-diretso na lang yung what do you call this one? Your money is always there. Hindi ka na uubusan. Yun, because you already able to handle your money. So ito yung financial freedom sa akin. Yan. And of course, sa bawat mission, meron din vision. Yan. So ang vision namin with IMG is to create a new industry where everyone is able to earn what the wealthy people are earning, bringing the secrets of the wealthy to all. So maybe a lot of you already na-cross na sa mind niyo. Why are the rich people are getting richer, di ba? Why are the people who are poor or in the middle class stays on that level? So there's a secret that not all of people learn. So ito yung mga sikreto ng mga milyonaryo. So mamaya may kita niyo yung mga sikreto na yun. Yan. So sa IMG kasi, meron siyang global campaign. So ang global campaign ni IMG before is that to educate 1 families by 2020. It was launched on in the year 2016. So before 2020, na-achieve na tong goal na to, mga February 2019, tapos na yung goal niya. Because the people in IMG sees the being educated about how to handle your finances will really help you to become financially stable. So syempre, a lot of people here cares about their family and their friends, syempre, in-invite nila to learn about it. Yun. So nung natapos itong mission na to, we set a new mission is that to educate 10 million families by 2025. Yet when pandemic happened during the first quarter of the year, syempre we cannot give seminars in the offices or anywhere else. So we go virtually. So we set a new goal is that to educate 30 million families by 2030. Yan. So ito pa lang, 'di ba? Iba-iba na yung mundo na nakikita ninyo sa participants list. May Pilipinas, may Saudi Arabia. Ngayon meron ako nakita mukhang kakapasok lang niya galing UK. Hello, Tita Grace. Yan. 'Di ba? So ako, I believe in my heart talaga this is very achievable. Yan. So why do we need financial education? I will give you 5 reasons why we need financial education. First, the rule of money is changing. So have you heard from your grandmothers or from your parents, just put your money inside the bank and your money is going to double? I heard this from my grandmother. Kasi during the time in the 1960s or 1950s, you put your money inside the bank and it's going to double. Why? Because the interest rate in the bank was high. Right now, here in the Philippines, it's below 1%. So hindi nagdo-double kaagad yung money mo. And you will learn about your money to doubling your money later on in this presentation as well. So, and second reason, lack of financial literacy. A lot of people doesn't have financial literacy. So financially illiterate sila. So if you're listening earlier, Tita Tess introduced me as a teacher. Yes, I am a teacher by profession. And financial education is not part of the school curriculum. So hindi siya tinuturo sa school. So kung may nagsabi sa inyo, ay financially literate ako, tinuro to sa school, tulog ka lang. Hindi totoo yon. Kasi mahilig ako matulog sa klase. Yan, mahilig ako matulog dati sa school. Kasi favorite ko talaga, lalo na pag may teacher ka, di ba, na parang yung boses ng teacher mo, yung hinihele ka, di ba? Yan, so nakakatulog ka talaga sa klase. Hindi talaga kasama ng school curriculum ang financial education. Right now, they are trying to put that in the curriculum, yet the Department of Education Secretary nga, sabi niya, financially illiterate din siya. And she's having hard time on grasping this idea. And she's worried about the teachers because the teachers itself are not also financially financially literate as well. So it's a big challenge for the school system here in the Philippines. Yan. And of course, reason number 3, people live longer today. As we live, we spend, di ba? You go out of your house, you spend money. Like for here in the Philippines, lumabas ka lang lumabas ka lang ng gate mo at you want to go to one point, di ba? And wala kang car, you're spending already 20 pesos para sa special ng ng isang tricycle. Kasi ngayon hindi ka pwede may kasama sa tricycle, kailangan ikaw lang, di ba? Or the person inside your household. Yan. So, as we live talaga, we spend and people live longer today. Yung lifespan ng Pilipino na at least nasa 70 years old na, di ba? Yan. And of course, reason number 4, high cost of living. So you have a lot of things in mind that you need to pay. Like for example, your utilities, that's your electricity, that's your internet, your water, di ba? And of course, the needs of your family as well. Or if you're single, your needs as well, di ba? Yan, kung estudyante ka, syempre, kung estudyante ka and you're getting allowance from your parents, yet gumagastos ka pa rin. So there's a lot of us that we need, yet hindi enough yung money. That's why we need financial education. And of course, reason number 5, it also destroying relationships. Bakit ba? Bakit ko nasabi ito? For example, in a family, mom and daddy nagtatrabaho, sometimes nagkakaroon ng mga discussion about money or sa magkapatid, di ba? Pagka magkakapatid, sumasahod lahat, nagkakaroon ng comparison. Ay, bakit mas yung sahod nito, sa sahod niya, pero still, mas magastos ganito, sa ganyan, di ba? Yun. And also with friends as well. Like for example, you had a friend and your friend is going to ask you to lend her some money and then sasabihin niya sa'yo na babayaran ka niya next month. Dumating yung next month, hindi ka niya na kinausap, sinizone ka pa niya. So what does it make you feel? So syempre you feel betrayed, you don't feel that you can trust him or her anymore, di ba? So it little by little, it destroys relationships as well. Hindi lang siya romantic relationship, but a lot of relationship, kung ano-anong klase ng relationship yan. Yan. So, meron akong tinatawag na real talk. Diba? Aside from why is it important to have financial education, ito yung mga realities of life. Diba? Here, we studied for how many years, yet nag-doctorate na, nag-masters na, nag-doctorate na, naging OFW na, pero syempre nag-cling pa rin sa utak mo, or you've been questioning yourself, for how many years I've been working yet wala akong savings. Because ito yung reason niya. Many good people fail, many hardworking people fail, many smart people fail, young people fail, old people fail, teachers fail, engineers and doctors fail, many end up retiring without enough savings. These people don't set out to fail, they do because they fail to plan and manage their personal finances because they lack financial education. This is why we're doing this mission of sharing our knowledge about financial education, because we do not want you to fail. We want you to achieve your goals. We want you to be financially stable. Para hindi mo na iisipin yung bukas mo kung gumastos ka ngayon kasi alam mo meron ka pa rin pera na paghuhugutan. Yan. So that's my real talk number 1. And real talk number 2. Yan. Many OFWs work hard for 20 to 30 years and still end up retiring poor. Yan. Anak ako ng OFW. That's why this is very near to my heart. And nag-OFW din ako. Yun. Kaya I know a lot of OFWs that I call tito and titas. And when they retire, umuwi na din sa Pilipinas, they have money. But yet a lot of people tend to have that money for just a couple of years and then they end up working again because naubos na yung pera nila. So you're not enjoying your retirement if you're not able to plan ahead. Yan. Real talk number 3. If you save and invest your 13th month pay for just 6 years, you will be having 10 million pesos. Yan. So very hot topic si ang 13th month pay, lalo na papasok na si 13th month pay ngayon dito sa Pilipinas, di ba? So paano ba ginagastos ang 13th month pay po, di ba? Yan. A lot of people, when they receive their 13th month pay, ang nangyayari, gumagastos sila kasi usually 13th month pay lumalabas yan by December, di ba? So, Christmas, bibili ka ng gifts, bibili ka ng ganito, ng ganyan. Tapos, if you're a millennial, pupunta ng bar, pero ewan ko na lang sila ngayon kung dahil nga with COVID, di ba? Yan. So, if you just save that 30th month pay for 6 years and invest it, you already change your life because you're already a millionaire. So, little sacrifices will give you a big boost also in the end ng if you really do have this obedience sa pag-save mo if you want to reach your goals, diba? Yan. Next, millennials as an investor, diba? 80% of millennials are not invested in the stock market. 60% of millennials say they do not trust financial markets. Yan. So, I'm guilty about this one when I was younger and dumber. Joke lang. When I was younger, yan, I don't trust financial markets. I really don't. But right now, I do because na-open yung eyes ko thanks to Img, di ba? And before, I'm not an investor. Ngayon, investor na ako ng mutual funds. And natutuwa ako pagka nakikita ko kung magkano na yung umaangat yung mga shares ngayon, di ba? Yan. And of course, millennials spend more on experiences. This is very true. I know a lot of people would spend on traveling because I'm one of them. Yan. I like to travel. I like to go to Europe, di ba? Yan. Alam ni Kem yan. Di ba, Kem, ikaw nag-travel ka, napuntahan ng Panama and you like seeing other places as well, di ba? Yan. So a lot of people, millennials, Gen Z, or hindi man millennials or older, you want to travel the world because you want to experience the world, di ba? Yan, you get to see sights and things. Yun. And dito rin 55% of millennials are willing to spend more on events like concerts, music festivals, and fun runs. Yan. One time here in the Philippines, I was having my vacation here in the Philippines before. Nagtaka ako sa SM department store, ang haba ng pila. Akala ko may sale. So tumingin ako kung may sale nga. Tapos wala naman sale. Tapos, so I asked the sales lady. Sabi ko, ate, anong meron? Bakit ang haba ng pila? Tapos sabi niya sa akin, ay ma'am, pila po yan para po sa tickets, para sa concert po. Tapos, nung concert na yon, I think it was a concert of BTS. Kaya karamihan puro teenagers ang nandoon. Tapos, when I checked online how much the concert ticket cost, it cost thousands of pesos. Wait lang. Tens thousands of pesos if you're nearer, ha? If you're dun ka lang sa pinaka-general admission, na rin yun, thousands of pesos na rin siya. Yun. So, ang daming tao can save for this goal to go to concerts, di ba? If only we're going to make our goals bigger, let's save for our future na lang, di ba? So you can still enjoy the walks of life, but make sure you save as well. And of course, real talk number 6, millennials on credit card. So a lot of millennials will not think twice using their credit card, di ba, to pay for their utilities or to cash out in a worst case scenario. So that's 50 and 57% of millennials will not think twice about it. Yan. This one crossed my mind as well. I don't own a credit card in my life, but yet syempre, hindi ko cross sa mind mo, if only I have a credit card, I will use it to pay for my Apple Music, for my Spotify, di ba, yung mga ganon. O kaya for emergencies, wala akong cash, I can use my credit card, di ba? So a lot of people na nagiging debt, nagkakaroon ng malaking utang because they are not able to manage their credit card wisely. So we have a separate workshops for that one as well. Yan. So let's start. Lang yung intro lang yun. Ito yung talaga yung pinaka-gist of everything. Yan. Chapter 1, knowing the basic financial concepts. It comes from this book, The Secret to Saving and Building Your Future. Yan. So financial independence is not only a dream. It can be a reality. Only if you should aim higher and you want to control your future by learning how to make money, save your money, make your money grow, and of course, protect your money. Yan. Sabi nga ni Dave Ramsey, you must gain control over your money or the lack of it will forever control you. This is very true. A lot of people who don't save their money or they save just a little and they have a lot of expenses to pay, or because they have a lot of expenses to pay, ang nangyayari, nagigipit sa pera, you tend to borrow money, di ba? And with borrowing money, syempre, a lot of things that you can borrow money, may mga interest siya. So you're paying the principal amount of the money that you borrowed, and of course, the interest, and kasama mo na rin yung needs mo or yung needs of family mo. So your money is on a cycle of that lang. So nakakalimutan natin yung savings. Kaya dito pupasok na totoo yung sinasabi ni Dave Ramsey na it will forever control you kapag ganun lang lagi ang cycle mo kasi hindi ka makakalabas. So paano ka makakalabas? Try to save money, di ba? Very simple. So, paano mag-save money? Makikita niyo sa mga susunod na slides. Yan. So, I want to show you the weak financial foundation. So, a lot of OFWs, a lot of people who get to save a lot of money will go to investments kaagad. Yan. So, investments is not bad. Yan. So, kung may investment ka sa stock market or may investment ka ng bahay, lupa, kotse, at kung ano-ano pa, or you have a business, that's okay because you invested your money. But here's my question for you. Have you secured your healthcare? Do you have a life insurance? Have you paid your debts? Or have you already set up your emergency fund? Now, if your answer is no, this is the Weak Financial Foundation and you're part of it. Yan. So, bakit namin tinatawag na Weak Financial Foundation to? So for example, you get an emergency, kailangan mo hospital, and you don't have money for that, you tend to use your investment. So bibenta mo yung bahay lupa mo o kaya yung kotse mo. And then ang mangyayari doon, you're selling it rapidly. Because you're selling it rapidly, binababaan mo yung presyo. So hindi nag-materialize yung investment mo, di ba? Yeah, so we will talk more about investment later on. So I want to show you the solid financial foundation. At ito yung pina-follow namin ng lahat ng members ng IMG. Yan, at lahat na nagbibigay ng financial education. So first and foremost, kung kulang yung money mo, increase your cash flow. Kailangan mo dagdagan yung pera mo na pupasok sa'yo. And of course, you need to have your healthcare protection. Kailangan meron ka ng healthcare. If you're an OFW, like for example, you're there in Saudi Arabia, you have your Bupa card or your MedGolf or yung kung ano-ano, di ba? So meron ka noon. Pero after ba mo magtrabaho, when you retired, you still have that? The answer is no, di ba? So when you retired, you need to have your healthcare. Yan. And of course, you need to have your life insurance. You need to manage your debt. So ibig sabihin, unti-unti, bayaran mo na yung mga utang mo. And of course, you need to set up for your emergency fund. Like for example, we're living in the world na may pandemic. So a lot of people doesn't have a lot of people nawala ng trabaho, di ba? So the question for that, if it happened to you, meron ka ba pagkukugutan ng pera mo? Doon yun sa emergency fund. Yan. And of course, ito yung bubong natin, yung investment. So kung nakita niyo yung animation nito, Soul Financial Foundation, it started from the bottom going up. It also this same analogy if you want to build a house, di ba? Nagsisimula ka muna sa pinakababa kasi hindi nauuna yung bubong sa bahay. Nauuna ang foundation ng bahay natin. And that's why we call this one a solid financial foundation. And so what is your current situation? Are you on the weak financial foundation or are you on the solid financial foundation? If you're on the weak financial foundation, okay lang yan. Kaya mo habulin yan. That's why you're here, di ba? Kasi you want to learn about your how to handle your personal finances and how to handle for your future as well. Yan. And of course, chapter 2, choosing the right healthcare. So ang daming healthcare dito sa Pilipinas. How do you choose the right one, di ba? Yan. So here in the Philippines, a lot of people die not because there's no medicine or treatment available. Ulitin ko ha. A lot of sick people die because there's no medicine, not because there's no medicine or treatment available, but because they don't have money to pay for this cost. This is very true and it's very sad. A lot of our fellow Filipinos die not because there's no medicine or treatment here, but then they don't have money. That's why di ba habang na lagi ng pila sa sa mga nagbibigay ng libre ng gamutan, di ba? Yan. So, how do you choose the right healthcare, di ba? So, I want to introduce to you the Ultimate Kaiser Health Builder. Yan. Here, we have a lot of policies. We have a lot of plan for Kaiser Healthcare ha. Ito nakikita niyo plan key 100. So kahit anong plan man yung i-enroll ninyo, you will just pay it for 7 years. And that's why we call it accumulation period. So during these 7 years, you're already enjoying having your healthcare already. Yan. And then the extended period, that is 13 years. So for the extended period, you are already enjoying, di ba, sa 7 years, you're already enjoying your healthcare. Sa extended period, nadagdagan na yung mga things that you can enjoy too. Kasi katulad niya yung mga pre-existing illnesses niyo, dito na siya mako-covered sa extended period. And of course, we have what we call the long-term care. Sa long-term care naman, ito na yung papasok sa senior years nyo. And the long-term care is 20 years. So add natin ha, 7 years of accumulation period, 13 years of extended period, that makes it 20 years already, di ba? And then 20 more years for long-term care. So ibig sabihin, you're already covered with your Kaiser Healthcare for 40 years. 40 years ka covered with just paying for 7 years. Yan. And what's beautiful about this one, you already have a healthcare protection, you have your life insurance, and of course, investment na din siya. Yan. Paano ko nasabi na life insurance? Just in case you die too soon, knock on wood, just in case you die too soon, ang mangyayari dyan, kung sino yung napag-iwanan mo, meron ka ng life insurance, di ba? And also, pwede mo ito ipamana sa family member mo. Yan. And it's also an investment. Why? Just in case you did not use your Kaiser Health Builder kasi pinagpaalahan ng Lord na hindi ka nagkakasakit, di ba? You're not using this healthcare policy, you can withdraw it after the 40 years. Yan. That's why it's also called an investment. So we have a separate session here about Kaiser. It's called Kaiser 101. You can ask the person who invited you kung kailan meron. And I believe today meron mga ilang hours after ko. Yan. Just ask the person who invited you kung ano yung other days na meron so that you can learn more about this one because this is a very beautiful healthcare. Yan. Ako, meron ako nito because I want to plan ahead. That's why. Yan. And of course, chapter 3, understanding the purpose of insurance. Yan. So insurance is for protection should anything happen to you. While insurance is not a fun topic, it is a critical part of your financial strategy. Yan. So if you remember the Solid Financial Foundation, si insurance nasa third step siya, di ba? Yan, nasa third part siya. Now, I want to show you the X-curve concept. So, ang X-curve concept kasi, eto yan. While you are young, you think about these things. Food, shelter, utilities, clothing, education, health, debts, and loans. Because, of course, you are paying some of the loans that you borrow, di ba? Yan. And of course, when you get old, these are the things that you think about. Food, shelter, utilities, clothing, education, health, debt-free. So dapat when you get old, you are debt-free. Yan. So bakit nga ba? So nakikita niyo itong red line na to. The red line is your responsibility line. So syempre, when you're young, you have career, you have extracurricular activities, so ibig sabihin you have big responsibility. Now, when you get old, syempre, yung career mo na-enjoy mo na, and yung extracurricular activities mo, nabawas-bawasan na. So yung decreasing siya, di ba? Nakita niyo, decreasing siya. So when you get old, wala ka ng responsibility, di ba? Or much more, konti na lang yung responsibility mo. Hindi na siya masyadong malaki, katulad when you are young. Now, the blue line here is your money line. Yan. So money line na ito, when you're young and you don't have any savings yet, that's okay. Wag kang ma-alarma. But here's the idea. When you get old, you need to have your big savings. Yan. So, kailangan magkaroon ka ng malaking savings when you get old, di ba? That's why, etong blue line na to, pataas naman siya. Kung si red line pababa siya, si blue line naman pataas. Kasi when you get old, konti na lang yung responsibility mo, kailangan meron ka ng big savings. Yan. Siyempre, sabi nga nila, ang buhay natin, maraming sorpresa yan. Marami siyang sorpresa. Kaya nga may kasabihan na yesterday is called history. That's why yesterday is history. That's why we call it past. Today is a gift. That's why we call it present. Tomorrow is a mystery. We do not know what's going to happen tomorrow. Yan. So I want to show you this illustration of a family. So si mommy at si daddy nagtatrabaho and their monthly income goes to the needs of their family, di ba? Now, what if you die too soon? Or what if one of the family members na nagko-contribute para sa monthly needs ng family nawala? So, syempre, nag-crumble yun kasi nawala yung foundation nawala si daddy dito. So, ano nangyari? Nawala na ng balance. So, ano ba yung kailangan natin gawin dito? So, syempre, our goal is to protect our family in case that something happened to us. Doon pumapasok si life insurance. Though life insurance doesn't mean for life, bibigyan ng pera yung family mo, but yet, kung anong policy mo sa life insurance mo can give an amount of money for your family to cope up financially, especially kay mommy. Yan. And of course, para sa future na rin yan ng children mo. So, ito yung ways to do it so that you can protect your family in case something happened to you. Like, for example, you die too soon. So, meron akong good news. Depende sa'yo kung good news sa'yo yun. Yan. So what if you live too long? Sabi ni Lord sa'yo, okay anak, napaka-faithful mo na anak talaga sa akin. You're my faithful servant and your life is going to change a lot of lives because of your life testimony, di ba? Yan. So, ang mangyayari sa'yo, you will live too long. So is that a good news or a bad news? It's a good news if you know your goal. That is to protect yourself, diba? And how are you going to do that? You should have your investments or living on interest. Paano mo magagawa yun? Right now, you need to start securing your healthcare. You need to have your life insurance. Maging investor ka na rin. You need to have your investment. And at the same time, applying the X-curve concept, you need to have your big savings. Yan. So this is how you are going to protect yourself in case you live too long, 'di ba? So ito yung mga things that that lingers in the back of our minds in case you die too soon or you live too long, 'di ba? So ito yung mga answers na ngayon, we're giving it already to you, and ito yung mga sinisecure ng mga mayayaman, 'di ba? Yan, and at the same time, Chapter 4, managing debts effectively. So, if you could, it could control your life, diminish your happiness, and limit your freedom. Yan ang nangyayari pagka meron tayong mga utang. Kasi at the same time, you're looking forward for your salary at the end of the month, but yet you remember, ay, may utang ako, kailangan ko bayaran. So, syempre, ay, hindi ko may enjoy ngayon kasi may utang kailangan bayaran, ganyan. So, it's already diminishing your happiness, di ba? And nalilimit yung freedom mo. Kaya nga, meron nga kami sinasabi na you can never be truly free until you are debt-free. Kasi you can truly be happy kung wala ka nang iniisip na babayaran mong utang. Di ba? Yan. So, kailangan, unti-unti, mabayaran yung utang. So, for example, I'll give you an example. Kasi, pwede naman lista mo siya. Unti-unti mo siya bayaran, di ba? So, ako, ganun yung ginawa ko. So, I can say na kahit paano, unti-unti I'm managing my debts, di ba? Yan. And, Chapter 5, building an emergency fund. Yan. So, balik na rin natin. Funds for emergency. In case of emergency, meron kang fund. O, diba? Napakasimple lang ng dalawang word na yan. Ang dami mo na magagamit. Yan. So, are you prepared for any cases of emergencies? Like for example, nawalan ka ng trabaho, o kaya meron kang extended hospitalization, or may tragic death or catastrophe like typhoon, earthquake. Like for example, we're living in a world na merong pandemic, di ba? And because of that, a lot of people lose their jobs, di ba? Yun. So are you ready for those kind of ways in case na mangyari yan sa buhay mo? Yan. So dyan pumapasok si emergency fund. So ang emergency fund natin, you need to have a savings of at least 3 months if you're single, and 6 or more months when you are, if you have your family. So syempre, everything depends on how much you, if you're single, spend, or how much you and your family spend in a month, di ba? So just to give you an idea, 3 to 6 months worth of savings na worth ng salary mo. And of course, Chapter 6, saving the right way. So, syempre, a cash flow is the in and out movement flow of money. So, kanina ko sinasabi si cash flow, di ba? So, yun yung pagpasok at paglabas ng pera sa wallet mo. Yan. Or sa ATM mo, di ba? So, meron tayong tinatawag na common savings formula. So, a lot of people, pagdating ng income nila, would minus their expenses. Tapos, kung ano matitira, yun yung savings. Ginawa ko to. When I was working in Saudi, I did this. It is working. To be honest, it is working. But yet, may nakita ako na problema. Ano yon? Sabihin ko sa inyo. Kapag mataas yung expenses ko for the month, ibig sabihin ang savings ko mababa. So, syempre, for the next month, susubukan ko bawasan yung expenses ko para umangat yung savings ko. So, ibig sabihin dito, that's why this one is wrong because your saving is not consistent. Yan, kailangan consistent yung savings natin. Yan, so paano nga ba natin magagawa na consistent yung amount ng savings natin? Ganito siya. Yung tinatawag namin na correct savings or prosperity formula. So when you receive your income, minus mo na kagad yung savings mo. It's 20% savings and of course 10% tithes. Yung tithes, bakit ka ba may tithes dito? Siyempre, we believe that everything that we are provided for, everything that we are given for, it is provided for our God. It is provided by our God, di ba? So, siyempre, we need to give back also for His glory. It can be, you can put this one sa simbahan. It can be also, you can put it into charity, di ba? Something just to give back to humanity nga ba. Yan. So, it can, kung hindi naman ganun pa kalaki yung sahod mo and you're still paying for a lot of things, pwede naman 5% tithes or 3% tithes. Like for example, estudyante, di ba? So pagka sa estudyante ka na, kung estudyante ka naman, parang ikaw Kem, di ba? Estudyante ka. Yan. So if you're a student, di ba? You set aside already for your savings and for your tithes. Yan. And then the rest will be your expenses. Yan. And of course, how do you increase your cash flow? So una-una, the first step, para ma-increase mo yung cash flow mo, you need to reduce your expenses. Maybe you're spending too much, di ba? Maybe you're spending on things na hindi naman pala talaga kailangan, di ba? You, like for example, kung may Spotify premium ka, and you're not using your Spotify naman daily, di ba? And that's why a lot of people use the premium with the lang naman, hindi ka mag-ads para makapag-skip ka ng endlessly, di ba? Yun lang naman yung ginagawa yun lang naman yung difference sa Spotify Premium sa Spotify Free. Di ba? Yan. So, you need to learn your needs and your wants. You need to know that one so that you can reduce your expenses. At the same time, if talagang sagad-sagad na talaga na you try to reduce your expenses and still kulang pa rin yung cash flow mo, then maybe you need to start to add your additional income, to earn additional income, di ba? So sabi nga nila, sa isang araw, meron 24 days. Sabihin natin yung at least 8 hours nun, tulog, 8 or 10 hours nun ay trabaho, that's already 18 hours na, di ba? So meron pang natitirang 6 hours. So pwede yung 3 hours pang leisure or the other 3 hours would be your part-time, di ba? So you can be creative with for your additional income. Like for example, right now, I know a lot of people na na estudyante, or I know a lot of people na kasama namin sa simbahan, they do online business. Yan. So, parang kompleto na kami sa amin ng online business. May pa-siomai, may pa-garlic sauce, may pa-face mask, at kung ano-ano pa. Yan. So, our goal kasi is to be rich in the future, not to look rich today, di ba? So, tightening the belt will really help us if we have a common goal to be rich in the future. Yan. So, Chapter 7, Growing Wealth Through Investments. So, ano nga ba yung investment? Investment is the purchase of goods that are not consumed today but are used in the future. So, hindi natin siya nagagamit ngayon and hindi natin siya gagamitin ngayon, but we will use it for our future, di ba? Oops. Yan. So, why people invest? Yan. So, a lot of people who are already financially literate like to invest to build and secure or create for their future. So, a lot of people talaga gusto mag-invest para ma-secure yung future nila. Yan. And of course, I want to share you the rule of 72. The rule of 72 is that 72 divided by the interest rate is the number of years for your money to double. Yan. Sino nag-introduce ito? Si Albert Einstein. So, bigyan kayo ng example. Nakita ito sa gitna, 1%. example lang yan na 1% because here, right now, here in the Philippines, ang interest rate sa bangko is below 1%. Para to give you a clearer idea at mas konti yung i-compute natin, divided by 1% na lang natin siya. Kasi 72 divided by 1% is equal to 72 years. So for example, you have 10,000 pesos and you put it into your savings account sa bangko with a 1% interest rate, ibig sabihin noon, after 72 years, magdodoble si 20,000 pesos. Yehey? Hindi, di ba? Hindi siya enough, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, after 22 years, nang darating yung magiging 20,000 yung pesos, yung magiging 20,000 yung pera mo, di ba? Yan. So, I'll give you more idea about it. So, 72 divided by 4%, it means every 18 years, your money is going to double. Yan. So, we have a lot of avenues to put our money in so that it can double rapidly ng ganitong kabilis. So for 4%, that means 18 years. So for at the age of 29, nag-invest ka ng 100,000 mo. So after 18 years, that means you're 47 years old, you have 200,000. And after 18 years again, when you reach the age of 65, you have 400,000. Enough na ba yung 400,000 sa'yo? If your answer is no, tingnan natin to, divided by the 12% rate, di ba? So, ibig sabihin yan, after 6 years or every 6 years, your money is going to double. So, at the age of 29, you invest your 100,000 pesos. So, every 6 years, pataas siya, nagdo-double siya, hanggang maka-reach tayo sa age of 65 years old. Di ba? So, at the age of 65 years old, you already have 6.4 million pesos. Milyonaryo ka na 6.4, di ba? Sa in-invest mo na 100,000. Yan. So, here's the thing. People who don't understand how money works, they end up working for money. So, ibig sabihin nun, isang kahid, isang tuka. Di ba? Kung ano yung income mo ngayon, yun na lang din at yun na lang, di ba? But here's the thing. People who understand how money works, then they let money work for them. Yan. So, that's why ito yung investing. You let your money work for you. Kahit natutulog ka, kumikita ka. And only, di ba, nag-cross na ba sa isip niyo na only people who owns companies can do that. I had a student before, sabi niya sa akin, you know what, teacher? My daddy earns $500 in every hour. May mga ganun-ganun sila mga kwento-kwento, di ba? Parang, syempre, ikaw papaisip. Ako napaisip ako noon. Sabi niya, $500 daw every hour sa daddy niya. Ako, ang sinasahod ko lang, ganito every month, di ba? Yan. So, syempre, because they know how to let money work for them. Yan. So, paano nga ba? So, mutual fund, I want to introduce to you about mutual funds. Diba? Mutual funds is ownership. Yan. So ownership siya of the number of shares that you can get, you tend to buy, and that is for long term. So do you want to own shares from the top companies in the Philippines? Diba? You want to be partners with these companies, then you can go to mutual fund as part of your investment, diba? So paano nga ba nag-work ang mutual fund? So to give you a tip of the iceberg idea of how it works, so kunyari ikaw, ito, si investor, ikaw yan, di ba? You put your money on a mutual fund company. Sa mutual fund companies, meron silang tatawag na fund manager. Kaya si fund manager, ang gagawin niya, aaralin niya ngayon si stock market kung saan maganda mag-invest. So mag-i-invest siya sa securities. Ano yung securities? This is the top companies in the Philippines, di ba? Ayan, si SM, si PNB, at kung ano-ano pa. Now, when these top companies able to generate returns, yan, no? Ito yung returns. Itong returns na to, babalik to sa'yo. Yan. So, that's how the cycle of it works. Yan. So, ano ba yung mga mutual fund companies sa partner si IMG? So we have Ramfrey Financials, we have Soldiva Funds, we have Phil Equity, Philam Asset Management Incorporated, and of course, we have FAMI and Atram and also Sun Life Asset Management. Yeah, so this is the mutual fund companies na partner ni IMG. Yan. So also, di ba pinakilala ko na sa inyo yung company that we are working with the mission of educating 30 million families by 2030. So we have what we call the Img Advantage. So for example, you want to become a member ni IMG, you just ask the person who invited you, paano, di ba? Yan. And with the grasp of your own hand, you can access all the companies that you are seeing right now on your screen, diba? So you have healthcare, you have life insurance, you have investments, you have real estate, general insurance. This is your non-life insurance, like for example, insurance ng bahay, insurance ng kotse, at kung ano-ano pa. Yan. And also we have allied services. And so these companies are in the grasp of your own hand. So most of these companies, pagka nilapitan mo sila by ikaw lang, you would be needing a broker. So you have a middleman for these companies. Now, if you're a member of IMG, you do not need a broker anymore. So pagka bumili ka ng bahay at lupa sa Ayala Land, you will not be paying the broker with a commission fee. Diba? So yun na lang mapupunta yung pera na yon. Yeah. So yun yung magandang access mo if you become an IMG member. So of course, we have a lot of benefits as well with IMG. And unang-una dyan, ang financial education. Kasi nga, we believe in IMG na if you become financially literate, it will be an endless possibilities for you to save, invest, and to make your money grow, and so that you become financially stable. Yeah. So unang-una, we have 2 free ebooks. So yung pinakita ko sa inyo kanina comes from this ebook, The Secret to Saving and Building Your Future. Yan. So there's some more information there. What I have given you is a tip of an iceberg. And of course, free ebook number 2 is that there is a financial workbook. So you can access this workbook sa sa portal mo if you become an IMG member. At the same time, we also have e-workshop. That's why we call it e-workshop, because you will just be attending these workshops in the comfort of your own homes. You just need to log in to that workshop and tada! Ganito na, parang nakupo ka na sa bahay mo and makikinig ka, di ba? So our workshops, we have increasing cash flow, debt management, building a solid financial foundation, proper protection, and of course, building wealth and asset accumulation, retirement planning, wealth preservation, and of course, building a business in the financial industry. These are the free workshops that you can attend to if you become an IMG member. And at the same time, we have free financial checkup for IMG members so that you can see kung gaano ka ka-healthy with your finances. And of course, 9, AFP, this is Associate Financial Planner, Armed Forces of the Philippines. Iba po yun. Yan. If you're here in the Philippines and you want to attend this program, and this is a certificate program, if you want to attend this program and earn a certificate, you will be paying 5,000 pesos. But if you're a member of IMG, you will just be paying for 1,500 pesos. Ibig sabihin nun, nakasave ka na ng 3,500 pesos, di ba? Meron ka ng pang-investment po rin. Yan. O kaya may pambili ka na rin ng pagkain, at least isang dalawa na rin na sako ng bigas yun, di ba? Mga ganon. And of course, we have also healthcare. Sa healthcare, we have free gifts. At free gifts namin is that free unlimited consultation for members and sa Kaiser Medical Center. Yeah. So, kunyari masakit ulo mo ngayon, feeling mo minamigraine ka, punta ka sa Kaiser Medical Center, di ba? So that you can, you will be able to get a right diagnosis from the doctor, di ba? And of course, kunyari sumakit yung tiyan mo, feeling mo magkaka-LBM ka, pero wala naman pala, pero you want to be sure, just go to Kaiser Medical Center. Araw-arawin mo, walang problema because this is free unlimited consultation for members. Now, if you need urinalysis at kung ano-ano na medical services, we also have that one in Kaiser Medical Center. You have discounts for that for members and their immediate family. So, ibig sabihin, kung member ka at patay ka, you can use that to also for discount for family. Like for example, para sa anak mo or para sa asawa mo. Yan. And of course, we have IMG Vision Care. Sa IMG Vision Care, with the partnership with the Los Angeles Optical, you can get 2 free frames dito sa Optical, but you need to purchase a multi-coated lens. Yung 2 free frames mo, dalawa yon. So, semi-annually, pwede ka magpalit ng frame mo, di ba? O sa isang go lang, 2 frame na agad kunin mo, di ba? Ang mahal kaya ng frame dito, thousands of pesos yun, and makuha mo siya libre. Big savings talaga. Yeah. And of course, we have access to healthcare products from Kaiser. Yan. So, we have long-term care, short-term care, and senior care. Yan yung na-mention ko kanina, you as the person who invited you kung kailan from Kaiser 101 so that you can learn more about it. And of course, we have ozone therapy at members' price. So experience the latest technology in defeating and defying age. You go to Ozone International for the ozone therapy. Yan. Of course, we have members benefit din, di ba? So, uso-uso swab test at saka si rapid testing. Yan. So, kailangan ko i-update yung slide ko. Kasi right now, si PCR test ay 3.5 na lang pagka ka ni IMG. Yan. And rapid testing is 1,200 pesos. So, malaki na rin yung masasave mo if you become an IMG member. Yan. And of course, we have access to life insurance. Yan. So with Manila Bankers, you have access to life insurance exclusive to IMG members. So we have Most 18, IRA, and Everest Memorial Solutions. Yan. So with Most 18, we have a separate session for this one. This is your DIY life insurance. It can be also your retirement fund, your children's educational fund, di ba? Yan. So to learn more about it, just ask the person who invited you kung kailan merong Most 18 para kapag set ka ng araw mo doon so that you can learn more about this one. Yan. So also we have free gifts from IMG if you become a member. So for associate MD, you will be receiving 100,000 pesos of personal accident insurance. If you a senior marketing director and EMD, you will be receiving 200,000 pesos. And if you're a CEO and up, you'll be receiving 300,000 pesos for your personal accident insurance. Yan. So for Fidelity Life, you will be receiving 50,000 pesos for your life insurance with a one-time payment of 500 pesos as for your membership kay Fidelity. Yan. With Fidelity Life, it also have a 24/7 shared service app with FS. So sabihin na lang natin become a member, you already have 150,000 of your life insurance and personal accident insurance. Diba? And of course, investments. Diba? Investment, you can, with a partnership with Ramford Financial and Solvivo Funds, when you become an IMG member, you already are entitled for your 1,000 initial investment in IMG Solvivo Strategic Growth Fund. Yan. And of course, we have exclusive to IMG members. Yung pinakita ko sa inyo na partners ng IMG, si Ramford Financial, si Solvivo Funds, si Atram, Phil Equity, PhilAm Asset, FAMI, Sun Life Asset Management. Hindi mo na kailangan magkaroon ng entry fee. That's 0% entry fee dito sa mutual fund companies na to. And also, you will be receiving free investment seminars as well. Because if you want to invest to these companies and you're not a member of IMG, you will be paying for an entry fee. And it costs tens of thousands of pesos as well. Yan. Pag member ka ni IMG, 0% entry fee siya. And also, if you want to access the stocks online trading platform, we have MyTrade for that. MyTrade also give free investment guidance, analysis, and updates. So kung gusto mo pumasok na Philippine stock market agad-agad and you trade there, you can use MyTrade as your trading platform pagka member ka ni IMG. And of course, we have special courses and you can receive special discounts on these special courses from Jomar Hilario, a social media marketing guru, Alan Ngo, award-winning female marketer, and Shana Sino, Asia's book writing coach and founder of the 90-day book writing challenge. And of course, with Jay Castillo of the #1 real estate blog in the Philippines. So you can receive special courses from them with with discounts as well if you are an IMG member. And of course, discounts also on land life insurance. Like for example, you want to have a car insurance, you pagka okay na mag-travel, you can also use that for your travel insurance, fire insurance for your home, personal accident, marine cargo. Yeah, these companies at the bottom, you can save money on that. They are also offering discounts. And of course, if you want a house and lot or condo with the real estate companies like SMDC, Yalaland, DMCI, there's a members discount for that as well. Yeah, so di ba na if you become a member, you don't need broker anymore. So you're not paying the broker, tapos meron ka pang members discount sa real estate company na to. So it's a big saving, ba? And of course, we have of Infinity Memorial Garden, special discount on memorial lots and internet packages. Yan. And we have services. Kung gumagamit ka ng pera padala dito sa Pilipinas, may enjoy mo ito. With Palawan Express pero padala, we have special rate exclusive to IMG members. Payment facilities for IMG transactions. Yan. So I'll give you an idea. So here in the Philippines, sa NCR rates, if you're going to remit money, at least 10,000 pesos pataas, you will be paying 345 pesos for your regular rate sa NCR. Now, if you're an IMG member, you are just going to pay for 50 pesos only. So, ibig sabihin, you save your 295 pesos. So, meron ka ng pang Jollibee. May pang Jollibee ka na. Meron ka ng value meal. Chicken Joy ka na value meal. Meron ka pang value meal ng Yum Burger. Meron ka pa pang peach mango o kaya pang ice cream sundae, di ba? Yan. And of course, we have Everest Memorial Service, the first 24/7 Memorial Concierge service in the Philippines. So we have this one as well. You can access these services when you need it, di ba? Yan. And of course, APS, Asset Preservation Services, protect your assets by creating your own corporation IMG at members exclusive price. Di ba remember yung 4 ways to achieve financial independence, di ba? And financial freedom is be agreed. Di ba una sabi ko, make money, grow your money, and the last one, protect your money. You can protect your money with APS, with AS. Yan. And of course, we have IMG Auto Program. With IMG Auto Program, you can get huge savings in personalized assistance, enjoy hassle-free car purchase experience. Yan. So you can do that. What you can do if you are already a member of IMG, you go to a dealer shop, talk to the dealer of the car that you want to buy. You get the specifics of the car and how much it costs, and just email those information to member assistance at img-corp.net. Yan. And then they will be the ones going to help you for that so that you can achieve huge savings. So your huge savings, it depends on what car that you are going to buy. If it's a sedan or an SUV or a van or a truck, ikaw bahala doon. Yan. And of course, we have rewards for the member IMG, di ba? So if you become an IMG member, be part of the financial industry. Yan. So you can own a business through IMG. You can become a financial educator. What we're doing right now. It is time. You can IMG also have an online system. So you just follow that system, di ba? And of course, we have you can also help families, di ba? By teaching them how to save, di ba? And of course, achieve the income that you want and become debt-free. Yan. Sino ba gusto mag-travel ng world? Ako po, gusto ko mag-travel ng world. Yan. So, paano mo matatravel yung world with IMG? Just share the mission and you can have vacations, cruises, and attend international conventions with IMG. So also we have a world-class recognitions. You can also receive rings, pins, watches, and car. Yeah, so that's why it's called world-class recognition. If you went already to the website of IMG, you will know that's why it's called world-class recognition. And of course, we have free HMO coverage for MDs and executives, yan, with Kai's Medical. So sabi nga ni Dr. Zeus, only you can control your future. Ulitin ko only you can control your future, di ba? What you decide today will change your future, and you can control your future, di ba? On the ways that you want it to happen. Only you decide that one, not your best friend, not your sister, not your brother, not your kapitbahay, but you alone can do that, and you alone is going to do that so that you can control your future and become your own money manager, di ba? So that's all for today. Thank you for listening. If ever you have questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask away. Thank you po.
Ayan, congratulations, Ma'am Judith. Ang galing-galing naman. Ang isa nating millennials na na financial educator at isa rin siyang teacher. Ayan. Ayan, congratulations, ma'am. Ayan, shout out ko lang po, no, kahit may bagyo daw sa Pilipinas, talagang lumalaban yung gustong mag-attend, no, gustong mabago ang buhay. Ayan, yes. Shout out ko lang si Kuya Benz, nandiyan pa rin siya. And of course po, nandiyan yung aking tawag nito, si Ma'am Cynthia, isa pong invite ni Ma'am Merlin, no, galing po sila sa Pilipinas po sila. And yung isa naman na si Mac, galing din siya ng Jeddah. Actually, nakailang beses siyang nag-in. Parang nangalahati. Tapos sabi niya, ay umulan, sobrang lakas. Sabi niya, nawala yung signal. Ayan, so thank you for joining. And then of course, nandito rin si Ma'am Cheryl. Ayan, si Sir Melvin. Ayan, and si Marketing Director Aldrin Domingo from Philippines. Of course, si Sir Ray from Canada. Yan, ang dami pala natin, no? Si Ma'am Grace from UK. Saan ba? At saka, of course, nandiyan yung asawa ko, si Ronald. And of course, ang ating speaker from Philippines. Ayan, and nandiyan din yung ating EVC. Nakikinig sa atin. So, siguro, baka meron pa ba tayong mga ibang i-shout out bago tayo mag-next natin? Sa ating
ako, tita, isang dumating na invite. Actually, si Kim.
Sorry, hindi ko pala nabanggit si Kim.
And actually, nakakatawa nga to kasi nag-message siya, ate, gusto mo matuto. Sige, tara, game. Yan. There, Kim, listening. May natutunan naman. Baka may tanong ka. Ako nakakagat. Pwede po kayong magtanong. No, Tita Joanna?
Yes. Pwedeng magtanong. Free naman ang magtanong. Free rin ang mag-attend dito sa ating seminar.
Bago siguro sila magtanong, pakita nyo muna paano ba mag-member? At anong mapapala ko kapag naging member ako? Meron ba, Ate Judith?
Meron po. Sige, share ko po tita yung screen ko para makita po nila paano member.
Okay, thank you.
So, syempre, not a member yet. So first and foremost, you go to this website, di ba? It's img-corp.net. Tapos magre-register kayo, di ba? Pagka magre-register kayo, you will be needing the agent code. So you need to ask the person who invited you kung ano yung agent code nila. So that they will give it to you. So for example, ito yung agent code. Kaya mo yan agent code ni Ate Judy. So submit, lalabas na kaagad yung pangalan niya ng kung sino nag-invite sa inyo. So with IMG kasi may kita niya na kaagad IP address kung saan ka. So I'm here in the Philippines kaya lumalabas kaagad. So I want to show you the other countries na meron. So with Asia, we have Hong Kong, Macau, Singapore, Taiwan, and ayan, Malaysia, India, tapos sinama na natin Papua New Guinea, di ba? And of course, we have Australia, sinama na rin dyan si New Zealand. With Middle East, we have ayan, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, Kuwait, and Oman, Israel, at Jordan, Lebanon, Turkey, Egypt. Sa Europe, ayan, marami sa Europe, di ba? Yan. And of course, South America, USA, and Canada, and Africa. So balik tayo kay Philippines. Sa Philippines kasi, you will be paying 5,500 pesos for your membership fee. So lahat naman na naka-asterisk, ibig sabihin dyan, importante. Yan. So just type in your information. For your email address, you put in your personal email instead of your work email. So just in case you leave your work, you can still have access to IMG's emails and letters. Yan. A lot of people get this one. So either male or female, you need to double na pindot mo kung male ka or female. Kasi we have other cases na female pero nakalagay na male. So, kasi hindi na double check. So you need to be sure about that as well. Yan. So yung forwarding address, this is the forwarding address kung saan i-forward yung mga things mo. So for example, if you're here in Metro Manila, just put in IMG Makati office. Tapos yung Philippine address dito, hindi address ni IMG Makati. Your Philippine address here in the Philippines. Yan. And also, kung anong current address mo at kung anong ka. Yan. And lastly, signature, di ba? Yan. So, ang pangit na signature ko sa mousepad. Yan. Okay. Yan. So, just continue. Pagka nag-click ka na continue, mapupunta na yan sa payment mode. So, you can pay it through Palawan Express. You can pay it through bank as well, online or deposit. Pwede rin yan. Yan. If you become a member of IMG, so syempre magkakaroon ka, ma-access mo na kagad yung members page. Yan. So here's the members page sa members ni IMG. Now for example, diba sabi ko sa inyo kanina, may class recognition. Ayan ang world-class recognition. You will be part of the website ni IMG. Yan. Lalabas yan kung anong ring earner ka, kung na-promote ka na to green jacket, or kung na-qualify ka sa green jacket and na-promote ka na sa here in IMG. May kita mo na rin yung mga bagay na sinabi ko na part ng benefits ni IMG. Yan. Tapos if you want to have your Kaiser Healthcare, pagka kumuha ng Kaiser Healthcare and you're a member of IMG, you can access your Kaiser Healthcare also from the portal. Yan. So, ito yung makikita mo pagka naging member ka ni IMG. Kasama yung mga benefits na show ko kanina. May tanong po ba nila? Lo, nakatulog nata kayo. Baka yung boses ko nanghihela din.
Nagising ako. Okay, baka siguro may tanong si sino ba yung mga bago natin dito? Ayan, si Ma'am Cynthia, baka mayroon kang tanong, Ma'am. Pa-unmute na lang po.
Wala po, okay lang po. Still listening po about the discussion.
Thank you for joining. Pag meron po kayong mga katanungan, ma'am, pwede po tayong mag-message lang dyan sa ating chat box o di kaya sa paki-message na lang si Ma'am Nomerlin. Thank you po.
Okay po, okay po. Thank you.
Free naman po magtanong. Nandiyan po
Opo.
yung ating APC na sasagot ng ating mga katanungan. At saka si Ma'am Judith.
Thank you, Ma'am Cynthia, for listening.
Thank you, Mars. Ayan, sino pa kaya? Si Ma'am, si Ma'am, or si Kim. Ayan, Kim pala, si Kim. Baka meron siyang katanungan. Shy daw siya, sabi ni Ma'am, Ma'am Judith. Sino kaya sa si Pretty Mary? Ayan. Pwede ba nating marinig ang boses ni Ma'am Pretty Mary? 524. Hello po, Ma'am Pretty Marie 524. Meron ba tayong mga katanungan? Ikaw kasi, Ma'am Judith, ginaling